Tower of God. 1 week break, which means this week we have 2 chapters again. Woohoo! I mean, I heard Tower of God has been going strong. The anime is also going on, but I don't know. I don't know if I can react to that. I'm kind of scared of getting strikes on my channel. I mean, technically, I'm so small. Who would notice? YouTube notices everything, though. So that's the kind of thing here. I don't know. We gotta see. We gotta see for the anime. Also, apparently, chat is showing the messages that are inside of my Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint stream. So ignore chat. We can ignore chat. But now, let me actually get into chapter 201 of season 3. So, Traumerei is past 3. Itadakimasu. Now, okay. Let's look at this here. Who is this again? Oh, this is probably just one of the women that Edouan flirts with. And I also have to say, Edouan, like, looking at him here, he looks so much like Aguero. He looks so much like Aguero, which is insane. Like, this is literally just a meeting between Aguero Agnes, White, Yihua, Rachel, and Bum. Because apparently every Kun likes people who looks like Bum. This looks like Bum, come on. She just has a dress on, but she could be Bum. Hey, do you remember that one-eyed mechanoid who guarded the Eternal Spring? Oh my god, there was a monster guarding the Eternal Spring? I'm dying to hear about it. No one knows how to defeat mechanoids and capture a woman's heart like him. Oh yeah, was a total beast. The others would have been in big trouble if I hadn't been there. You bring up that same story whenever we meet. We could have handled it just fine without you, you know? Lord Traumerei, Lord Zahar's palace reached out to let us know that he won't be coming. Alright. I was hoping to see him today. Too bad he's so busy. I should probably head out there now. Okay. So Zahar is not even coming to this here. Which further improves like every single theory that like Zahar has changed. This is not the Zahar that everyone traveled up with. Something has happened with him. Something massively must have changed with him. I should probably head out there now. There's Lord Traumerei! Woo! Traumerei, it's been ages. Ah, the man of the hour. Huh? You must be the guy Enkidu that we've heard so much about. The one that Traumerei takes with him everywhere. Hello? You're a good sport to put up with Traumerei. Does he get on your nerves sometimes? Not at all. He's always good to me. Good to you? Yeah, right. Traumerei, you sure brainwashed him well. Anyway, I'll buy you a drink sometime for all your troubles. Do you mean it? Thank you. Enkidu. We have some things to discuss. Could you give us a moment? Oh, right. I suppose you have a lot to catch up on. I'll find something else to do in the meantime. Oh, you two actually talk to each other. What's gotten into you, Traumerei? I thought you couldn't stand people anymore. You only ever seem to like animals. You are like an animal otaku. I still can't figure out what he's doing with Amizu. So that must probably be the Yeon woman talking like how Traumerei Samo as a woman. I used to wonder maybe Amizu had a tail. I was so tempted to check. You're going to get yourself in serious trouble, man. You just don't understand my charm. Enkidu had heard so much about these people every day, but as soon as he saw them in person, he realized something. Unless he could somehow turn back time. Charm? Give me a break. A potymorph like you, charming? Don't test my patience. There was no way he would ever be included as an equal in their group. But at the same time, another idea occurred to him. What if I could possess one of them? Well, he technically could only go for Gustang or Edouan. Like, this just looks like Kun, right? Like our Aguero guy. You can't tell me that he doesn't look exactly like one of his children. This is so the energy of him. And what if no one found out about it? Maybe then I could finally be one of them. It was an extremely bold but tempting idea. The party started with everyone in good spirits. These were Traumerei's friends who had climbed the tower with him. Although they hadn't seen each other in ages, The reminiscences quickly began to pour out of them, and Enkidu found out a little more about all of them. The beautiful and elegant Yerang Yeon was in fact a terrifying person. Although Kun Eduan seemed pleasant and got along well with everyone, he had a cold and calculating eye for people. He's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. As for Pobido Gaste, he looks like a gentleman on the outside, but he's very edgy and arrogant. Everyone calls him a psychopath. Arya Hon is always by himself, so it's difficult to get to know him. As Traumerai's friends and the various guests mingled, the party got off to a smooth start. Up next, Lord Traumerai and Hai Tai will perform an infernal fireworks show. The entertainment was dazzling. The atmosphere was so sweet and happy. It truly was the greatest party. And then the moment came. I've got it, Traumerai! For the party's grand finale. This is one of the gifts you received today. I thought the ring would look pretty inside it. What do you think? Is it some sort of bouquet? I really don't like that ornament. The rings fall out if you turn it upside down like this. She's going to love it. I bet she'll be speechless when you hand it to her. Mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, everyone. Are you all enjoying the party? I don't want to spoil the fun, but this seemed like the right moment to make an announcement. Hey, it's Amizu. Is she going to sing or something? You're so pretty, Amizu. Amizu? First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming today. We risk our lives to climb this tower together. It means so much to be reunited with you all. It was a long and difficult journey to reach this point. There were many miracles along the way, and moments when you feared the worst. I didn't even begin to measure up to your greatness, but I was proud to have been able to help you on your noble quest. Are these just Eduan's women? Like, I'm trying to recognize them because this is not Yirang. These are some different women. But looking at like the blonde one, she kind of reminds me of Apple. I think she reminds me of Apple. And the other one kind of does remind me of like Elaine, but only like in a very, very minor way. I really cherish every moment that we spent together. However, we've changed a great deal. It's difficult to say what exactly has changed about us, but we definitely have changed. I suppose we're no longer as ambitious as before. Maybe the blonde one's hair reminds me... of Augustus. Augustus! Now that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Isn't he dead? Augustus. The hair I can see. To some degree, because of like the different directions the swirls are going. Also, welcome to the stream, Haku. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. I already saw, like, that you always react to Tower of God earlier than me, obviously. Time zones. But I have evaded the chat for another week because I couldn't react last week. Besides me jumping in and talking about Endorsi in a bikini, because... We chose comfort and stability over adventure. Those of our friends who refused to accept that left, and we began to shun them for that. You're all such good people. But I can't say I like everything about you anymore. It isn't anyone's fault, it's just unfortunate that things turn out this way. It pains me to say this, but I no longer like you as you are. I have to admit, seeing you again today did make me question my decision briefly. But I've already made up my mind, and I'd like you all to know. As of this moment, I'm leaving you and this house. Damn, yeah, as I said, don't trust blonde women. Like, I just want to marry her, and she's like, I'm getting out of here. I hate you. Fuck you. I'm out of here. What? What are you talking about, Amizu? Traumerai. You heard me right. I'm sorry. The truth is, I've been wanting to leave for a long time. But I thought I should stay with you at least until the house is finished. I don't think we should see each other anymore. Traumerai. That was the end of the party. In the blink of an eye, the bright lights were turned off, and the chatter in the banquet hall faded to silence. Many people quietly slipped away from the floating castle without even saying goodbye, and Traumerai was left with only his closest friends. Traumerai! Traumerai! Open the door! Amizu hasn't left yet! She's probably planning on going tonight. You can't let her leave like this. I bet she's sided with someone on the outside. Hey, step aside. We're going in there. Lord Gusting, Traumerei won't open the door no matter what I say. I know. I'm sure he's very upset, so please get out of my way. I'll go in with you. Sorry, but there's nothing you can do to help Traumerei right now. You don't know anything about their relationship. This is no place for an outsider. You would only make things worse. Now step aside. Hey Traumerei, I'm coming in. Wait! You pathetic fool. What's wrong with you? Why do you always act like such a baby when something goes wrong? I just want to be alone. Mind your own business and get out of my house. I came all this way because of you, and now you tell me to leave? That's no way to treat your guests. I don't want any guests, so piss off. I hate to break it to you, but I'll be here for a whole week like we planned, so you'd better feed me at least. I don't have any food to give you. Why don't you go and choke to death on one of your beloved cigarettes? I wouldn't mind some tobacco if you've got some. Enkidu couldn't enter the room where Traumerei was. Stop bothering me and get lost. Look at him just starting in there with this bottle of Rudy. Like, what does it say? It says Rudy on the back part, but like, what's the first? Does it say LOL Rudy? It looks like LOL and Rudy. I don't know why the wine is laughing. Hey, I want to see Loverboy's face after getting dropped like a rock by his first girlfriend. Traumerei's other friends went in without the slightest hesitation, but Enkidu couldn't bring himself to do it. He was sitting there like looking like a flip phone. They know what a flip phone is? Done publicly at your own party, then roasted by your friends. I mean, you gotta say, they're decent friends, right? In a way, they're trying to cheer up Traumerei. Both Gusting and Edouan are trying in their own ways to cheer up Traumerei. What do you want, everyone? What do you want? Everyone leave me alone. At least you have some sense of shame. He knew that he didn't have the right to cross the thresholds. Enkidu desperately wanted to earn that right. He wanted to be a part of their group. The more time he spent with Traumerei, the more unimportant everyone else in the tower seemed to him. Perhaps what Enkidu really wanted was to be not only Traumerei's friend, but his equal as well. In other words, maybe he wanted to become one of the 10 great family leaders. Cheer up, man. Relationships are always hard. Once you've been dumped and dragged through the mud a few times, you stop caring who you're with. Then you enter a phase where you just want to hook up and have some fun with a bunch of people. And eventually, you become a soccer pro. I mean a dating pro like me, got it? Gee, that's some great advice. By the way, it's meant to be football. That's an error in the translation. It's a football pro. Also, it's a nice tease that all of these freaking Kun family members have, like, not all of them, but like a lot of them have freaking football pro names. Based on what Amizu said earlier, it sounds like she wants to join Grace and their sides. Yeah, it seems like it. Then, if Amizu leaves, does that mean she's our enemy? If she sides with them, we can't associate with her anymore. Kirin's mom? Kirin's mom. Wait, you mean that this creature is Kirin's mom? I didn't even know if that was a woman or a man. I mean, maybe. There are no exceptions. What do you want to do, Traumerei? Is this how you want to think things to end with Amizu? Didn't you pour that for him? Why are you drinking it? Because he didn't touch it. I just want to keep her here. I see. Then let's get her to stay. There's nothing like memories to keep a girlfriend from leaving. Memories? Yeah, you know, like memories of the good times you had together. I've also seen people say Quadrado or Tuperia. Who was Quadrado? I'm so bad. Quadrado, Hour of Jod. Oh, we don't have a picture of Quadrado. It's not a bad idea, considering it came from you, Eduan. Humans are sentimental animals. Memories of our good times together. I think there were some good times, but I can't remember anymore. I remember what happened, but all the emotions I felt at the time are gone now. Do you guys remember those emotions, I mean? Not really. You know, maybe Amizu is right. Ever since we lost our memories of that day, we've changed. But that's also what we wanted, isn't it? That's right. Our individual memories don't matter so much anymore. The records that we pass down to our descendants are far more important now. After all, we're going to be this tower's history. Yeah, I remember Zahar saying something about that. Since we're leaders of the tower now, we have to act accordingly. So he said we need to change ourselves. Amarai decided to override his forgotten past emotions with what he felt in that moment. He's right. I'm a ruler now. I can't let her leave me. And what he felt wasn't love. It was possessiveness. No matter what it takes, I must have her. Quadrado was a member of Zahar's team who had the S-rank weapon Kronos. Urek took Kronos from him and gave it to Yuri. Yuri has used it in the main series. I remember Yuri having that weapon at Neyman Station when she fought against Karaka. I didn't remember that Quadrado originally had it. I can have whatever I want now. I'm one of the tower's rulers. In the banquet hall after the party ended. Hey, have I told you this story? When I first entered the tower, I was so hungry, but I didn't say a word to anyone because I didn't want to be a burden. What does she mean with when I first entered the tower? Because she's not an irregular, right? Like, only irregulars enter the tower. Or does she mean like when she got chosen by Hedon to climb the tower? Like when she first entered the inner tower? Because, or is she an irregular and I just never noticed? But Tramarai noticed and he gave me something to eat. When I first joined the team. Okay, that makes more sense. Here, eat this. Oh, a fish! You're giving that to me? Yeah, those fish can show you around the water when they're alive, but they're a good source of energy if you boil them. Look at this guy. He probably came from... That still offers me like the question, I don't know if he's just dressed like this because he's fishing right now, or if like all of the different different great family leaders actually came from different worlds. Like I think I said this in earlier streams like as well, because I was questioning who opened the door. Was it V? Was it Aline? Was it Zahard? Because in Bum's sense, both Bum and Rachel are irregulars. But Bum was the one who opened the door, and Rachel just also went through it. So they are different kind of irregulars if you want to think about it like that. So did all the family leaders come in there together and only one of them open the door and the others are just like companions? Or did they all open the door and just came from different worlds or something? They're tasty. Try one. I totally fell for that serious look on his face. Fell for that? You've got a very strange taste. Really? But don't you find there's something pure and natural about a man like that? I like these simple eyes are a funny little comedic gag to me. I really like those sort of gags. Natural? I think you mean wild or untamed, but maybe you've got a thing for guys like that. I just thought he was so completely genuine. It was cute. Good. God, look at you. Your eyes still glaze over when you talk about him. Why are you leaving if you like him so much? Ow, ow, ow. You still in touch with them? Grace, I mean? Yeah. I guess I've always been on their side. I only stayed here because of Traumerei. But I can't keep going like this. I don't feel like I belong with you all in Traumerei anymore. But just to be clear, I don't think you're wrong or anything. Yeah, I know, Amizu. I just can't think the same way as you all. I guess it's my natural limitation. I tried so hard to stay with Traumerei, but I can't do it anymore. We're just built different. We're just so different now. maybe we've always been different from each other. That's why I can't be with Traumerei. I can't stand to see the way he's changing. Amizu. Stump. Ooh, who is that? They came from an anima. So, like from a Shinha. Like, not anima. They came from a Shinha. Is that Lustlek? Okay, getting attacked by something. Okay, attacking. Okay, here we are. Arya Hon. Long time no see. Michia Lustlek in the past. Look at this little shithead. Arya Hon. Are we getting a bit of Lustlek versus Arya? Like, Lustlek versus Hon? That would be a big battle to happen in this random flashback about Traumerei. Like why are we getting this combat? Like, when we started the flashback for Traumerei, I did not expect these sorts of confrontations to happen. Lustlek stocks so high. Lustlek is such a weird guy to me. But that's a thing I noticed with most of these top tiers. Like, they are serious, but they also have quite goofy sides. Like, Urek is very strong, but he's such a goofy guy. Lustlek is quite strong, but he's such a goofy guy. Let me fight Urek. Thousands of years in the past. Let me fight Hon. Hon kind of reminds me of someone. Obviously, I said like the holy sort of shine from his hair reminds me of like perfect white, like complete white. But in a way, he reminds me of some other character that I saw in the past as well, but I can't pinpoint which one. I didn't expect to see you here in person. Tell me, how is Arlene me doing? What does it matter to you? However she's doing, I have to sneak in there before Hon unleashes his full power. Wait, he used daggers in the past? He didn't use those against Urek? It's none of your business. Cling, cling, cling. Yeah, okay. We see, obviously, Lustlek is at least fighting, but it seems like Hon doesn't even care. Like, he's just casually parrying everything. Swoosh. Crack. Yeah, like, this is the Arya style of, like, these sword cuts. Like, he's just getting dominated. Which, obviously, we have to think that, obviously, Lustlek grew stronger over these, like, many times. Until he fought against Urek. But it still shows, like, how domineering Hon is. Hon is on a completely different level. But isn't Hon supposed to be weaker than Urek? He didn't use magic, didn't get called Gracier, doesn't have his scar yet, and both his eyes are purple instead of one purple, one gold. These are some minor details that I just miss. I mean, yes, he didn't get called Grace yet, because I thought, like, the Grace part obviously got added once Arlene and V, like, died/disappeared. The eye thing, I just didn't even realize. The eye thing I just didn't even realize. Scar, same. I don't even remember. Like, this is my... I don't know. I read Tower of God, I enjoy Tower of God, but I somehow don't have the perfect memory. Like, I remember most bullshit from One Piece, but... Tower of God, for some reason, I can't even remember him having a scar. He learned spells from Arlene, or maybe Arlene gave him her power when she adopted him like Zahar does to the princesses. Perhaps, perchance. Maybe one day I have to reread Tower of God to brush up my memory on everything. Oh my god! Siu has a foot fetish! That's why he actually showed us this panel! You've come to take Amizu away, haven't you? I'm not sure who your accomplice is, but how could you even think to try breaking in by yourself with all of us here? You're still as reckless as ever, I see. That's none of your concern. Go on then. What? Go ahead and take Amizu. Can his shoes getting destroyed in the panel before? Lol. Huh? His shoes? Whose shoes? Hon was always barefoot. And they clash blades. And they clash blades, his shoes get destroyed. Oh yeah, but wasn't he barefoot even earlier? I thought he was barefoot even last chapter. Why did he choose to wear shoes now? I thought I saw him barefoot even in an earlier chapter. Such a weird detail to add that his shoes got sliced. What the hell are you talking about? I thought you came out here to stop me. Mizu is free to do as she pleases. If she wishes to leave this place, there's no reason for me to stop her. I only came out here because I want to say goodbye before she left. But seeing that she summoned you here to get her, I'm guessing she doesn't want to see me again before she leaves. It saddens me, you know? He had shoes at first, then he was barefoot in the house, then he had his shoes back at the end of last chapter, beginning of this one. Now they got destroyed for some reason. That's such a weird detail to look after, like to focus on so that they... I don't know. Like, why did they spend time on doing something like that? It doesn't make any sense to me. One by one, all my dearest friends are leaving me. Give my regards to Arlene and V, although they might not wish to hear from me. What are you talking about? You people are the ones who chose to leave. Or have you forgotten what did you expect to happen after what you did? The night Shinsu is cold. Go on now. Damn it. Hey, is that Enkidu guy really a human? He gave me a strange feeling when I first met him earlier. Yeah, he's human. He's just a little unusual. Unusual? But Traumerei, ever since that day, you've avoided anything that you can't control. And that's precisely what humans are. Did you change your mind recently? Well, he wasn't originally a human. That's right. He has the ability to transform. How could I forget? Traumerei, what? There's an intruder in the floating castle. Intruder alert! There could be others. We have to step up security. I think he's here to get you. Are you leaving now? Yeah. Would you mind helping me leave in peace? I imagine there's going to be a lot of fighting between us from now on. But I don't feel like starting tonight. Today's the first day that Traumerei finally has a place to stay. Alright. But at least go and say goodbye to Traumerei one last time. You know what he's like. He's easily hurt. Sorry. Search the whole area. There's an intruder. Hurry up and find him. Shit, I must have made too much noise. I'd better hurry. Amizu told me which room she'd be waiting in. I just want to get out of this awful place as soon as possible. Snake? Snack? A little snack? Is this... Oh, that's the odd-eyed cobra. Which battle did the odd-eyed cobra fight? Was it against Yama, Yasracha, and everyone else? Like, when they tried to free Hansun? Was it back then? But, like, imagine how big that thing grew. Like, if you look at how big it's right here, compared to how big it was then in that future arc. Like, that's an insane growth. Even, I don't know how these animals work. Samurai, there you are. We've got trouble. Someone broke into the castle. Enkidu, I want to ask you a favor. Favor? Who's that? Wait, is that the intruder? Enkidu, can you turn yourself into him? Where's the intruder? Dang, look at Edouard just dashing through here. I don't see him anywhere. He must be hiding. Yerang, where's Amizu? Have you seen her? Amizu? She went out to get some fresh shinsu while we were drinking earlier, but she hasn't come back since then. I've been looking all over for her too, but I can't find her. Odd-eyed Cobra was in the chart though on flashback. Then it was wrapped around the nest and got blown up when Leviathan was freed. Ah. What? I thought it was also there in the battle with, like, everyone else. It was big a few chapters ago and Traumerei fought that ancient. So it can change its size. I guess my brain is just not on par today. Really? You don't think she's going to leave without even saying goodbye, do you? Oh, of course not. Anyway, she's not here. Damn it, okay, let me know if you find her. I'm assuming he can change its size like he does with Thundor Harp. Probably. I mean, considering all the things we have seen in Tower of God, changing the size of your monster doesn't seem too crazy. I will. Thanks, Tira. Don't mention it. They're really searching every corner of the castle for you. As long as my perfume covers your tracks in the Shinsu, they likely won't find you. Let's go. So, this is the room? Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Traumerei made this room for me since I always stare up at the ceiling. And yet, I've never once come in here to look at the ceiling. It might seem kind of ironic, but if I ever left this place, I wanted to go out through this window. That's why this room ended up being the rendezvous point. Thanks for your help, Yirang. You're really going to leave without seeing Traumerei one last time? Yeah. I'm not sure I could bring myself to leave if I looked into his eyes. Since this could be the last time we see each other. When I think about it, it almost breaks my heart. The next time we see each other, we'll be enemies, Yirang. I know. We're enemies now. Doesn't it scare you? Look at those pink flames. Ceiling is here is referring to the fake sky. Oh, it is referring to the fake sky? I thought, like, the ceiling in this room especially. I thought, like, maybe he did, like, some sort of Michelangelo painting on the ceiling so that she could look at it or something. So they're referring to, like, the Shinsu sky. Okay. So is Rachel getting her obsession from the stars from this woman? She could also be getting her obsession from Arlene. I don't know. Rachel is also obsessed with the ceiling. I thought so too at first, but the Korean was literally like fake sky. I really like the way these flames are drawn. Like, flames are just cool. Flames are always nice. The thought of being our enemy, I mean. We have the power to split mountains and seas with a wave of our hand now. We can kill as many people as we like and no one can stop us. There's hardly anyone stronger than us in the tower. We're going to conquer this tower and rule over everyone in it. In it? We have to. We have no choice. Because we're so different from you now. I'm afraid too. It scares me to see how I've changed. Hirang, I'm sorry. I really am. I didn't mean to sound like I was criticizing you and the others. I know you can't help being who you are. I don't want my last words to hurt you before I leave. I'm so sorry. You're still my tender-hearted little friend. Yirang and Amizu held each other in silence for several moments. After a little while, the intense heat from the flames began to die away gradually. Then the two of them stood up as though they had made up their minds. and the woman standing there was no longer a small, tender-hearted little girl. It was Yang Yeon, the powerful and determined woman, who would become one of the 10 great family leaders. So she left behind her emotions, because, like, one of her besties left. Although she was destined to become enemies with Amizu in the future, take care, Yirang, Amizu actually felt relieved to see her look so strong. And so, the two of them finally parted ways. Amizu! What are you doing? Why did you come in through a door? I told you there is a massive window right here. Huh? Oh, well. Well, we know that Enkidu is not inside. Okay, this answers one of the questions I had in the past. One of the questions I had so often since, like, Enkidu first took over Gororo. Because we know, or I think, Enkidu is not inside of Loose Leg. That means somehow they can remove Enkidu. So, technically, Gororo, froggy guy, lizard guy, and also Pobido guy are not dead. On my way here, I suddenly had to go to the bathroom really badly. What? The bathroom? After all the commotion you just caused? What the heck is wrong with you? Don't you realize how important this is? Does he have... I really wish you'd grow up and stop being so reckless. So sorry, you think an apology makes up for this? I'm not sure what's going on, but this guy I turned into seems to be a real troublemaker. Yeah, this is Enkidu. It looks like Amizu originally planned to sneak out of here without telling anyone. On another note, is this what this woman is really like? You're such a numbskull. I'm already beginning to regret siding with you people. She's much more emotional than usual. Sorry. So, where's the flying crane that you wrote here? Flying crane? You know the flying crane I sent to you! You were just riding on it earlier! Oh, right! Oh, right. You've always been clueless. But if there's one thing you have a natural knack for, it's running away from things. What's gotten into you today? You're acting very strange. Shoot, did you figure out who I really am? I should have completely possessed this guy's body instead of just imitating him, but Traumerei wouldn't let me. So he's not... So he just shapeshifted into Loose Leg and not took over his body? Is that what this line means? So Loose Leg is just still unconscious with Traumerei. And this is like just a shapeshifted version. Oh well, whatever. Unlike you, the crane is actually smart. Yirang's perfume won't be able to hide me out there. So as soon as I open the window, they'll probably know where I am. Come here, crane. Look at that crane. Come on, let's go. In that moment, Enkidu realized something when he heard her voice. This was no longer the same Amizu as before. The woman that Enkidu fought was pathetic for just staring out the window all day. Her whole body was bursting with vitality and energy. Her voice was brimming with confidence. Wait, she's dead, right? She must be. She's dead. I think she's dead. Traumerei was holding his former teammate's safety over Enkidu. Yeah, okay. Her voice was brimming with confidence, and her eyes shone like sapphires. The excitement of finally venturing out into the outside world again awoke the old Amizu. This must have been what she was like back when she was climbing the tower. This is the Amizu that Traumerei wanted so desperately to keep by his side. And yet, here she was prepared to abandon him and leave the castle without even the slightest hesitation. Seeing her so eager to leave in that moment, Enkidu suddenly became very irritated. He felt a wave of uncontrollable emotion swelling inside, and he killed her. Amizu, where are you going? So Enkidu must have killed Amizu. It very much would make sense if Enkidu kills Amizu, and that's the reason why Traumerei will lock him away, because he obviously still cares more about his old teammates compared to Enkidu, and then Enkidu will just get locked away. But then I'm still wondering, like, if that is also the reason why Enkidu hates Traumerei now. Is it just because he locked him away for so long? Is it because he chose his old friends over him? Or like I want to know more about the inner works of Enkidu's body. You know from the trauma phase through the chapter that someone died. At this point, it has to be Amisu, right? It's the highest chance. Like, thinking about every other character, who would make sense? Obviously, Enkidu is alive. Obviously, Hon is alive. Yirang Yeon? Technically, Yirang Yeon is not confirmed to be alive. Because, like, the leader is said to be... Isn't it, like, Blossom Yeon? But that could be also a retcon. Like, you guys thought that that was a retcon, right? Yeon Hana. Blossom was from, not Eurasia, from... Was Blossom from the Eurasia thing? I just call it the Eurasia family, because it doesn't matter if it's some other family. Well, it's Eurasia, right? Because Fonsecal is the actual family. Like, Eurasia doesn't matter. Like, everyone is just Fonsecal anyways. There's no actual Eurasia. It's all Fonsecal. Could be a retcon, or she could change her later, name later, maybe. Or it's not her. A name change, a retcon, or actually a different character. Anna. I mean, if Seuch named like the family head of the Yon family Yon Hana, that doesn't mean that she's actually one of the great, like, from those warriors, right? Eurasia Anna. Yeah, but Anna, does she really matter? Technically, she's like she's Gusting and Blossom's daughter, right? Eurasia Anna Zahart. Oh, right. Why is she called Eurasia Anna Zahart and not Eurasia Pobido Anna Zahart? Like, if she's Gusting's daughter, why does she only have Eurasia in the name? Like, we have seen mixings of different what's the word? Different great family names. Like, we had, what was it? Kun Liberic something. Kun Liberic. Obido Liberic Kun. Yeah. Maybe the Fonsecal are children of Blossom with whoever her husband was after Gusting. Pobido Liberic Kun and Pobido Mateha. I just feel like we see so many Fonsecal members. Either the Eurasia family just isn't really that big. Like, there's almost no actual Eurasia. But, like, why would they use the name of, like, the husband of Blossom? There was also Lopobia Hasacha, who was a Ha, but adopted by Lopobia. The good old Ha family, which I thought would be the next big encounter, which I still think will be the next big thing. The Ha family will be the next big thing after this whole Pobido and Lopobia thing. Yes. That's what I imagine. But it's still... I can see Amizu dying. It's very likely that Amizu is dead. I would even bet money on that. Like a fiver or something. A good old fiver. Good chapters. Tower of God. Like these last 4 chapters. Names can be weird in Tower of God. Yeah. These last 4 chapters, I really like them. Like, this is when Tower of God shines the most. But it hasn't done this in, like, I don't know if I can say years, but at least months for me. Like, season 3 was always like, it was okay-ish with some good moments. But this is like good Tower of God. This is back to being good Tower of God. Anaxahar is the daughter of Anaxahar, and Kunma Sheni is the daughter of Kunma Sheni. Yeah, stupid. I mean, technically, Haku, Anaxahar is not like, she just calls herself Anaxahar, right? In memory of her mother, and also because she acts like the princess and wants to mess with the Zahar family and stuff. But it's very likely that she had a different name growing up, right? It's very, very likely that Anaxahar is just like a fake name. Yeah, season three's great strength is in its writing is how great the side characters and visual stories has been. Because her name is not really Anaxahar Jr., whatever this wiki says. There's no way she's called Anaxahar Jr. That's not her name. We never heard her being called Junior. But yeah, I think that's my point. We're going to end the stream already. It's very normal for people to be named after their parents, right? Technically, yes. But I don't remember any point in the official Webtoon or somewhere else where she was actually introduced herself like, I'm Anaxahar Jr. Like, I'm named after my mother. Like, it's not said outright like that. I don't remember Junior being mentioned even a singular time. So it just feels like the wiki edited that out of nowhere with no actual, like, I don't know where that came from. It's not that weird to be named after your parents, but like, I don't feel like it was ever said that that's the case for Anak. I always just took it that she like took the name of her mother because she was killed and then continued as if she was like living that life. That's what I think. That's how I took it. She never said it, but I'm pretty sure her mom calls her Anak. I think the jury is just added by the fans to avoid confusion. I would need to reread the flashback, but I don't remember. I feel I thought I remember something like little lizard or something, or maybe that's what some other people called her. I thought her mother called her like my little lizard or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's what I for some reason remembered. But yeah, I'm really going to end this here now. Any further talk, I will move that to your Discord. Because I need to eat something really quick before I jump over to the Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint stream. And I hope that my internet connection doesn't kill Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint again, like it did the last time I attempted to. Somehow Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint is getting hated by my internet. Her mom called her a gemstone or something. Bum always called her a lizard. Damn, Bum being a racist. But yeah, thank you for being here, Haku. Chat doesn't work for some reason, maybe next week. But for now, that's all for me for today in Tower of God world. I'm going to get some food for myself. See you all next time. Take care. Bye. So